Good morning world. Anybody out there? Doing a random Monday motivational live stream because motivation is lacking me today. It has left me. I am lacking motivation. Motivation has left me. So I'm wondering what everyone else is up to on this fine Monday morning. There might not even be anybody around. Most people are at work. But you never know, we might get a couple of viewers. How's everyone's weekend been? Hopefully you've all had a good weekend. I have had a very busy weekend. I feel like I've barely seen my children this weekend. Oh, got a message come through. Yeah, I feel like getting hot now. Like I hardly saw my kids this weekend because Lee and I had various things we were doing. Oh, got up a bit quick. Light head. Whoa, head rush. Yeah, we've had various things that we've gone and done. We've done the witches, whatever it's called, witches and magic rituals, exhibition on Sunday, and then I looked after my nephew Sunday evening, and then Saturday we had to pop into town for a few things. We only went out for a couple of hours, but I do feel like I've hardly spent any time with them this weekend. But we're away next weekend. So, because we're away next weekend, we get to spend lots of family time together. So I'm looking forward to that. Definitely looking forward to that. Never been to the Peak District either. So that's going to be awesome. Really looking forward to spending some time in the Peak District. I hope it doesn't rain. I need the weather to improve. Yesterday when we were in Oxford, I found out my boots leak. And they're by a brand called Riker, I think it's called. So they kind of have knitted effect at the top and kind of leather bottoms and the zip up the side. So I went looking for some new boots while we were in Oxford because my feet were wet, and I thought, well, it's best I find out now and go and get some new ones. And I don't spend a lot of money on clothes or shoes. And then I went into some shoe shops and was like, holy smokes, how much for a pair of boots? DMs are like £130. People probably already know this. I have no idea about this. There were just so many other types of shoes, like branded name boots, which I thought actually they're going to last a bit longer, but not at like £90. I can't justify £90 on a pair of boots. The last pair I bought from kind of a end of line outlet place, and they were £38, and that was a lot of money. I was like, that's a lot of money for a pair of shoes. But I've just, in the end, I went on Amazon and had a look, put in the brand make, put in boots, and a similar pair to the ones I've got came up, and they had them in my size, and they were something like £53, and I was like, I'll pay that for a decent pair of boots. I'm not paying £90, £100, £120 for a pair of boots. Call me crazy, but I'm not. So yeah, that's what I've been up to this weekend. Oh, we have a viewer who is watching. I wasn't sure if we'd get anybody at this time in the morning. Figured everybody would be at work. Hello, viewer. Are you going to come say hello? I don't know. Give it a few minutes and see if anyone pops up. So what have you all been up to this weekend? Be interested to hear what you've been up to. Has the weather been good where you are? Because it's been diabolical here. Really bad in Oxfordshire. Rainy and windy. It's fine if you like rain and wind. I'm not overly keen, to be honest. Oh my goodness. So Monday motivation. Give me some motivation. Because if you've come here looking for motivation, you're not going to get it from me. I need somebody to say something motivational to get me up and moving. Because I've just got no get up and go today. None at all. My head is feeling very sleepy. I'm very full of cotton wool. Oh my goodness, I can't even focus on my book, and I've nearly finished it. And anyone who's been watching my my vlogs and stuff will know how much I'm enjoying that book, and I can't believe it's taking me forever to finish it because my brain is just not focusing. at all. But maybe it's the weather. I think what's happening is my body's going into hibernation mode. It's dark in the morning when I get up, and it's starting to get darker in the evening now, quicker. And the cold weather and the wind and everything just makes you want to snuggle down, and the heating's gone on. So it feels a little bit like hibernation. Oh my goodness. I reckon I should have been a bear or something else that hibernates. I like the idea of eating and eating and eating and making myself really fat and then sleeping it off for the next 2 months. Although I wouldn't want to miss Christmas. I'd be gutted if I missed Christmas. And I don't want to miss Halloween either. Do you know, the other day, this is going to be I know it's a really morbid thought, and I don't know why it came into my head, but I had this horrible thought that if something happened and I ended up in a coma, only short term, but I'd be gutted if I missed Halloween. I don't know why that came into my head at all. No idea. It's not something I think about very often. But it's like, can you imagine just one day waking up and realising you've lost 2 or 3 weeks? I know some of you probably can, because some of you have probably been in that situation, you know, when you've had an accident or been poorly or something, and might have had that. But yeah, I'd be gutted if I woke up and realised I'd missed Halloween. I really like Halloween. 2 people. Hello, 2 people. Are you going to come and say hello? Going to come and send me a message? We got a like. Thank you, people. I like the thumbs up. Get those thumbs moving. Moving, moving. It's good, it's good finger practice, you see. If you do the thumbs. It's good for your fine motor skills. Oh, I've just spilled my tea. Mucky oik. Come on, people, tell me what I should be doing with my day today. Give me some ideas of things I should be doing instead of just sitting here drinking tea, feel like I'm going to fall asleep. Maybe I'm getting too good at this lazy stuff. That might be the problem. I have bathed my tortoises this morning. There's one of them walking around over there. I'm a little bit worried he might poo on my rug. So I might have to go and move him. He'd do that out of spite because I've made him have a bath and he doesn't like it. But it's good for him. Technically, he should be at the school today because they're the school's tortoises. But it was chucking it down with rain and I wasn't carrying the tortoises. I'd try to run up the school with the kids. That was not happening. Oh my goodness, seriously. Wake up. Okay, what can I do to wake myself up? I'm not really into exercise. Andrew, good morning, Andrew. What can I do to wake myself up? I'm feeling really, really sleepy. I just have no get up and go. It has got up and gone. Tell me what I should do with my day. Did you enjoy the Doctor Who last night? Did you and Andrew, you and Adam watch it together? A cold wash works for me. Yeah, actually, maybe a cold shower would wake me up. That's probably a good idea, actually. And it would be pretty cold up there at the moment as well, because it's a bit chilly upstairs. We have heating downstairs, but not a lot upstairs. You did, good. It was a good episode, wasn't it? I mean, it was a bit predictable, but that's not a problem. It was still a good storyline. It reminded me a bit of... It had a bit of Harry Potter-ness to it, with all the kind of freaky monsters. Like those floaty things. No, I haven't yet, but I shall do that after I come off here. Yeah, that's what I'll do afterwards. I'll go and check out that video of yours. That's not going to get me up and moving, is it? But I will definitely go and watch it. Oh, God, dear. Am I making you yawn? Is it contagious? In fairness, I have done some housework. I've not just been sat on my bottom doing nothing. But I just keep coming back to this corner of the sofa. You're very welcome. I've been saying I would do it, and then I forget. And unless it comes up on my feed, I kind of don't think to go back and check. Yeah, I have been doing stuff. I've not been completely lazy. I'm not making you yawn, that's okay. Because yawning is contagious, isn't it? So if I keep yawning, I worry that I'll make everyone else yawn. Instead of sending some Monday motivation. Oh, goodness me. I'm going to be spreading Monday sleepiness to everybody instead. Anyone got any words of motivation? Motivational words for my week? I'm sure somebody has. I can't think of any. Like, you get all these memes that have all these, like, fantastic words of inspiration, and I can't actually think of a single one of them right now. There's got to be a good one for a Monday somewhere. Dull in pool. Yeah, it's wet. Very overcast. It doesn't look like the sun's actually risen this morning. I think the sun is feeling like me. Hello, Monge too. How are you? I don't think the sun's come up this morning. I think it's got halfway and gone, sod this, I'm off, and kind of stayed half awake, half asleep in the sky. There's loads of clouds. It has stopped raining, which is good. We've had to cancel forest school this morning because the place will just be flooded. It's done nothing but rain for 2 days. Yesterday was horrific. If we hadn't booked tickets to our Oxford event, we wouldn't have gone because it was chucking it down. Oh, what was that I've just missed? Monge 2. You're UK, aren't you? I'm trying to remember where everyone's from. For a minute I thought you were America, but you're not. If you were, you'd probably be asleep. I'm trying to think what time it is over in America right now. It's about 5-6 hours ago, isn't it? So, yeah, middle of the night. What are you two up to today? Are you at work or Essex? That's it. I chat to a lot of people in Essex. I think Essex is big with YouTube. Seems to be very popular. Quite a lot of the people I chat to seem to be out that way. I think the whole of the UK... I'm sorry, this is ridiculous. I'm wondering if there's a lack of oxygen in here. I have actually opened the back door to let some air in, hoping it will wake me up. Yeah, I think the whole of the UK is pretty moist today. Is this the end of a storm that's come over? I'm not very good at watching TV and news and weather reports, but I did catch somewhere that I think we've got the tail end of a storm that's dying out. Yeah, I mean, it's you know, I don't mind the wet weather as long as I don't really have to go out on it. No wet today, only part-time. Nicola's the day off, she's back in tomorrow. Oh, that's nice. You guys have got a long weekend together. Oh, but you are working next weekend. Oh, that's a bit rubbish. What is it you do, Andrew? You don't mind me asking? I like to know a bit about people. I'm nosy is what it is. Oops. I wonder if I can rest you. Oh, hello. I wonder if I can rest you on my cup because I'm getting an arm ache. There you are. As long as I don't drop you guys. Oh, that's better. I can actually talk better. Getting a hand cramp. Good morning. How are you? Have you got any children this morning, or are you you're not working? Like the Oxford vid, it made me chuckle because for some reason, whether we have a day out or on holiday, reason we always find ourselves walking in the road. Yeah, do you know what? Oxford, you always walk down the middle of the road. We never use pavements in Oxford. I think because it's pedestrianised. The buses, you've got to watch the buses, but not down those back roads. But yeah, most of it is pedestrianised. So unless you live there, you don't take a car in. So it's all bikes and stuff. I never use the pavements in Oxford. As soon as I moved from Wales to Port, I was asked by my neighbour to work with her at a security firm based in Bournemouth. Oh right, well that was handy then. So you moved down and then you got a job as well. I like that. You've got 3 children with you today. Are they being very nice to you this morning? Are they bringing you into Monday slowly, or is it full on? I don't have any little ones today. I've only got big ones. I had 2 this morning. Had one arrive at 7:45 and another one arrived literally 5 minutes before the school run. And then I'm picking them all up at 3. Plus I've got an extra. Have I got 4 tonight? I think I've got 4 tonight that I'm picking up. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 4 tonight. And we'd normally have forest school after school, but it is just so wet. There's no way we can use the site. It is waterlogged and disgusting. So we'll have to think of something else to do this afternoon. Might play some games with them, or might do some craft actually, because the ones I've got, 2 of them quite like craft. So maybe I'll do some crafting with them. I've got so much craft that I need to actually work my way through. And if I don't get it out and use it, it's just going to sit there, not getting used. Oh, let's go down. All doing some pictures. Oh, bless them. Hi, Monchichi, how are you? Now, you are American, aren't you, if I remember right? What time is it where you are? It must be the middle of the night. No, heard. You know. Do you know what? I hadn't heard about Harry and Meghan. Well, actually, I guess I did hear the breaking news. I don't watch the TV and I don't have news and weather and all that kind of stuff on. So my mum put something on Facebook and I just happened, and again, I don't use Facebook very much, but I did happen to just pop on this morning and saw they were expecting a baby. So that's going to be lovely. They don't waste any time, do they? Good morning from Deluded Don. From Doncaster. Hello, Deluded Don. How are you? Can't trust me. What is that? Can't trust me. Go to. But you're called Deluded Don. Wet and miserable here. I think it was it like in Doncaster. Deluded Don. I think it's wet all over the UK at the moment. Yeah, you know what, Andrew? I do like craft and that kind of stuff. I'm just not very good at it. My sister is amazing. She makes some amazing birthday cards. She makes some amazing creations. Puts so much heart into it and so much work into it. I just don't have the vision that she has. I like the idea of it. I'm just not very good at it. Texas, 4 a.m. What are you doing up so late or so early? Have you been to bed yet? Classic FM News said spring baby. Yeah. Oh, it's lovely though, isn't it? I do love a royal baby. I'm definitely getting the use out of my royal resources for my childminding at the moment. With all the royal weddings and royal babies and all sorts of things, all my royal books and my crowns and my all sorts of things are just, they're coming out like on a yearly basis now. It's really nice. For years I didn't do anything to do with the royals. And I know some people are kind of anti-royal, but I think it's just a nice part of the whole British thing. We have the royals and we should enjoy it. Desmond's Donders, hello, how are you? Oh, you can't stay long. Oh, no, I'm glad you made it on as well. It's really nice. I just thought I'd do one at a different time. Look, you guys are actually waking me up. Look, have you noticed I've stopped yawning? I was feeling really sleepy and I just could not get my brain in gear. So I thought I'd come on and do a live stream and see if anyone was about. Glenda in America. She's lovely, isn't she? Glenda Sully is just really lovely. She tells some fantastic stories of when she was nannying. She has had a life and a half. She does some amazing cooking. She took us outside Bon Jovi's house and John Bon Jovi's house and showed us the front of his house. I just really love. She's such a lovely person, and it is nice to have some different ideas of things to cook. Yeah, you see, I'm not a royalist. I'm not, the royal family is amazing and what have you, but I'm also not anti the royal family. I really like the fact, I mean, they bring in tourism, it brings in money, people like America, from what I understand, Americans love the royal family and want to come over and, they like the whole Buckingham Palace thing and they love doing the whole London thing. And I just think, if nothing else, they're a... they bring money into the country. I mean, although all these weddings are spending a hell of a lot of money. Got stuck in my wood shop by a storm. Oh, no. That sounds pretty bad. So you're kind of stuck there waiting out the storm. That's not good. I hope you're okay. You swore at the Queen 40 years ago. Why did you swear at the Queen? What did she do? And then she forgave you 18 years ago. Well, that's good. At least she's forgiven you. I'm sure there was a very good reason why you swore at her. I'm not sure many people have actually sworn at her. I'm quite impressed. What did you do? Were you cross with her for something? Oh, right. Okay. You joined the RAF. Yeah, off with your head. To be honest, I don't swear very often. Occasionally something falls out of my mouth, but not very often. And it's mainly because I work with children. I've worked with children all my life. So swearing is not something that is part of my daily life. Yeah, I would love to have heard the Queen swear. God, that would have been great, wouldn't it? If she swore back at you. Would have had to have that on film. Glenda did the 3-thing challenge to me and I can't think of a thing. There's got to be something. I can't remember what I did on my 3 challenge. It was quite a while ago. It is tricky to try and find 3 things that you think people don't know about you. Do you know, I have no idea what I said, what my 3 things were. There's got to be something. Was only one royal lady. Di was lovely. I really liked Di. She had a bit of a tough time, didn't she? She was kind of the people's princess, wasn't she? She was very in touch with the people around, the everyday people. You swore an oath. That makes more sense. She didn't actually swear at the Queen then. You just swore an oath to the Queen. Sort of motivational saying. Oh, okay, I need a motivational saying. Never trade the thrills of living for the security of existence. I like that. Thrills of living for the security of existence. That is really good, actually. I need to remember that one. That is very good words, especially for a Monday morning. The grass is not always greener and all that jazz. I'm fine in the house now. Oh, good. I'm glad you're safe. That's very good. I'd make you a brew, Pip, but my tea bags are still in the washing line. What, in this weather? If your tea bags are on the washing line, they'll be making a pot of tea on the floor. You need to go and put a teapot underneath them or a cup or something. Collect the water. Heat it up in the microwave. You can make us all a cup of tea if your tea bags are on the line. Just go and put a few cups out. Catch all the drips. Not wasting that good tea. I have actually just finished my cup of tea. You are resting on my cup of tea. I've got a tortoise crawling around somewhere. I can hear it. I can't see it. It's scratching against something. Sounds like I've got some monster in my house. Oops. Have I missed anything? I think maybe the tortoise might be stuck. I might have to go and check. Oh, yeah, it's trying to do some sort of parkour or something. Let me show you. I think it was trying to get out into the conservatory. Got stuck. I don't think tortoises were meant to be at that angle. Oh, there you go. Stupid tortoise. I don't know where the other one's gone. I think it went under one of the units. It's not very happy with me because I gave it a bath. No, you know what? I don't use Facebook very often. I have a group on Facebook, my Worms Eye View Printables group, which is aimed at childcare providers, home ed families, early years professionals, and that's why I still use Facebook. To be honest, I don't put very much. A couple of things from Instagram, when I post something on Instagram, tends to go to Facebook. I occasionally go through my feed, not very often. If it's not in the top couple of things on my feed when I happen to go on, I don't scroll through. I've got no idea what's going on with people's lives on Facebook. And they always say to me, oh, did you see my thing on Facebook? I'm like, no, I don't really use it. So it's only because of my group. And even then, as Vegan Eyes will tell you, I'm not very good at updating my group. I need to actually go on there today and put something up to get some interaction, because I'm just a bit rubbish at keeping it going because I don't use it very often. You have no biscuits? That sucks. To be honest, I don't have biscuits anymore. Not unless I've got some gluten-free ones in. They give me tummy ache. Yeah, they do. I had a tortoise that was over 100 when he died. He died when I was in my early 20s. But yeah, we'd had him aged, and he was over 100. Hercules, he was called. Desmond Stonders use it for diary and our photos of our trips. Oh, I'll go and have a look next time I do go on, because I'm signed up to Giddy Up Girl. I don't know if you follow Giddy Up Girl. She drives a truck, like a huge, great big truck in America, delivering, I think it's kind of, I get the impression it's like a huge, great big aggregate kind of truck that she drives. And she has a Facebook group now for her subscribers. And I also follow Campervan Tales on theirs as well. Like I said, I don't go on very often, but I'll have a look for you, for your Desmond Donders group. Yeah, I just don't use it very often. You could, yeah, if you got a tortoise and you looked after it well, you could give it as an heirloom to your family, pass it down. That's the thing, when you get things like tortoises, you do have to think about the long term. These are not actually my tortoises. These are timeshare with the school. They are currently 7 years old. 7 this year. And my son went with them. My eldest son, Brendan, went with them to help choose them from the breeder. And they were tiny, tiny babies when they got them. And I've kind of got a timeshare with the school because I live so close to the school. They don't like them being there overnight in case there was a fire or something happened. And when they were little, they had to be under heat lamps and everything all the time. In fact, the heat lamp, it's a good job they did come home, because their heat lamp dropped when I had them here over the holidays or one weekend. And I woke up to a house full of smoke, and the heat lamp had landed, had fallen off its holder and had landed in the substrate on the bottom, and the house was filling up with smoke. So that would have been a disaster had they been at the school that night. So they come home and they live in one of the vivariums behind me. Although I'm not putting them in there at the moment because they are preparing for hibernation. So I'm not putting them in the vivariums because I've got a heat mat on the top for the snake, and I have a heat lamp on the bottom vivarium for the lizard. So the tank is too hot and too confusing at this time for them. Biscuits, cookies. Yes, biscuits are cookies. Yeah, we call them biscuits. Cookies for us are like those nice, like chocolate chip cookies. Like they're bigger and they're more gooey, and they're like, yeah, cookies are better. Road base. What's that? Road base? What's that to do with Monchichi? You're on. I was on Twitter, but I closed it down recently. I don't know if I'll ever put it back up again, but yeah, I closed it down. Rightio, Desmond Donders, thank you very much for coming to say hi. It's been nice to chat to you, and I'll definitely go and check out your Facebook group. Things to do, places to be. Yeah, things to do, places to be. Not me today. You guys have definitely woken me up though, which is really nice. It's nice to be woken up. I was so sleepy and not with it. I think I just needed someone to talk to. Maybe that's what it was. It's too quiet in the house on my own. Giddy Up Girl. Road base. So it's kind of like a tarmac and that kind of stuff. Is that right? Is that what I'm thinking? I really like her channels. She's ever so sweet. Oops. I hear Jeannie is flying back from Texas. No, not Texas. Las Vegas. She messaged me earlier on today saying they were flying back. They've got a 4-hour flight back from Vegas. And she said she got loads of pictures and stuff. So I'm looking forward to outdoor adventures and travels next video. Please leave a comment video. I will, absolutely, Andrew. Enjoy your day, and I'll go and check that out. As soon as I finish this, I will go and check out that video. It's lovely chatting to you. You're becoming a regular on here. It's really nice. Yes, love to your family too. Take care. Who have we still got here? It says we've got 7 people. Who's on here? Anyone? Whoa. Hey, how's a view of my ceiling? Compact soil gravel mix. Ah, okay. So that's more like the base. Well, you did say road based, didn't you? Yeah. Oh, cool. And she travels all over the place, doesn't she? She's a long haul trucker. To be fair, we could never drive that far. I mean, you can get from one end of the country to the other in a day here, so not a lot of, I mean, long haul for us. I mean, yesterday my sisters went down to Dorset to pick my other sister up because she wasn't well, and she just wanted to come home. But it needed two of them because one of them had to drive down there and the other one had to drive her car back. So, and that was like a 4.5, 5 hour round trip. And that for us was like a long trip. It was like, seriously, you're going to go all the way down to Dorset to pick her up and bring her back. You know, that for us is a long thing to do of an evening after work, is to drive 2 hours one way and 2 hours back. But I've seen so many American videos where people get home from work and then, you know, get on a bike or get in the car and drive for 2 hours somewhere and spend the evening there. It's hard to get across Texas in a day. Wow. Is that just because it's so big? That's amazing. So it's 200 and something miles from one side of the UK to the other side of the UK. And I can't remember how tall it is. 700 and something, I think, from point to point. Cornwall to Scotland. Hello, Chris. How are you? You're at work. Oh, that sucks. So how big is Texas then in miles? Like, you know, from what's the biggest point if you were to travel the furthest point? How's things, Chris? How is work today? I am working today. I don't have little children on a Monday between 9 and 3. I only have the older ones before and after school. I'm getting too old to have little children every day. But it does mean when I'm with them the other 3 days, we have a lot of fun because they've not exhausted me. 4 days was getting too much to have like 3 or 4 under 5s. It was draining me. You'd think I'd be a pro at it now, though. You would think it wouldn't bother me having too many children in the house. I just think as I get older, I get tired more quickly. Tell you about it. How many days do you work, Veganize? Do you work full-time, 5 days a week? Or do you do part-time? Or do you have days where you don't have any little ones? Work is boring. Traffic on the way to and from work is definitely the worst bit. 25-minute journey on a good day. Oh, wow. 90 minutes today. That sucks. 5 days a week? Yeah. I'll do 4 days a week, but only 3 with little ones. But on those 3, I usually have 4 because of continuity of care. So it's quite full on. 830 miles across Texas. Wow. Okay, so that's bigger than the UK. Yeah, that's big. How big is America then? Oh my God. I wonder how many times you could fit the UK into America. That's something. Maybe I should make that into... Sorry, I knocked you over again. Maybe I should make that into an activity for the kids. Cut out scale size of the UK and get them to fill up the whole of scale size of America. 20 years since you've worked. Are you retired? Or just super rich and don't need to work anymore? 2 full-time and 1 part-time. Oh, that's not so bad. Only work 3 days a week. You're quite lucky. Yeah. I class it really as 3 days a week because the after-schoolers and before-schoolers, it's fine. I mean, my boys, I need to get to school in the morning anyway. So having some kids rock up before school is fine and taking them to school is fine. And then, to be fair, you know, my boys come home from school and I've got to do their dinner and everything anyway. So having a few extras is not a problem. You've just been on a biscuit cookie hunt and found a custard cream. Oh, custard creams are so good. Ooh. Is it a soft custard cream? Has it gone a bit manky or is it okay? You make me want a cup of tea now. I might have to take you into the kitchen and go and put the kettle on. You're unemployable. Oh dear. Oh dear. Do I ask why you're unemployable? Is that personal? Texas is 3 times larger than the UK. It's nuts. Wow. Okay, so Texas is 3 times larger than the UK. Is Texas a big state for America? Is it one of the bigger states? And how many states are there in America? 50, 32. How many states are in America? East to west, it's about the same. North to south. Crikey. Yeah, that's pretty big. They've gone out in the garden now. There's still some strawberries growing. Oh, really? Have you actually... We've got the strawberry plants. I've not had many strawberries. But in fairness, they're out the front. And I think it's entirely possible the birds and the hedgehogs and the squirrels might be eating them all. Because we haven't had very many. Actually, one of the strawberry plants we have, which is the one growing on the floor, is a wild strawberry plant. And it has teeny, teeny, tiny strawberries, which are so tasty. Brendan found it when he was at the primary school here about 6 years ago. And it was just kind of growing wild up against the side of the pavement. And Brendan said, could he take it home? And they were like, yeah, you can have it. So he pulled it out, took it home and planted it. And it's been in a pot for ages. And then we put it out the front. And every now and then we get to eat these teeny tiny wild strawberries. They're just lovely. Texas is the largest state. Maybe Alaska is big, isn't it? Yeah. Monchichi. Okay, there you go. There's an American to help us out. Alaska is bigger and there's 50 states. That's cool. 50 states. And Alaska is bigger. Oh my God. That's like, I have no idea then how much bigger America is than the UK. We are actually, I forget that we're an island because I think because we kind of seem quite big. And as I've got older, I'm realising actually how small we are. It was a quiz question on Friends. How many states? It was a quiz question on Friends. How many states? Yeah. That was on that quiz show that Joey and... Oh, no, it wasn't. It was Chandler and Ross did, wasn't it? That Rachel and Monica did for them. Hi, Laura. How are you? You guys have all got to go and check out Laura's channel. She's awesome. If you're not already subscribed to her, go check her out. She's got her ASMR channel, which is relaxation videos and ASMR, if you know what ASMR is. It's a bit crazy, but it's very relaxing and fun to watch. But she's also got her Minx Laura 123 Wacky's World, and that's the one I watch more of. You're at work. Yeah, that sucks. But yeah, you need to go check out Laura's channel because she's so much fun. She does awesome things like she does shopping hauls and just crazy try-ons and question videos and haunting, like her house is haunted, so she does haunted videos. And you tell them what you do. You do everything. I mean, seriously, I don't know how you come up with your ideas. It's true, Laura. You're cool. I love watching your videos. I'm okay this morning, actually. This is my Monday motivation video. It wasn't that I'm giving anybody any motivation. It was actually that I wanted somebody to give me some motivation to wake up. And actually, it's working really well. At the beginning of this video, I was so sleepy. But people are waking me up now. A lot of the eastern states are tiny. Ah, okay. Make videos about anything and everything. You do actually make videos about anything and everything. You need a good yoga channel. There's some good kids yoga channels. I think Relax Kids do a yoga as well as meditation. And there's a yoga one that the preschool here uses, but I can't remember what it's called. I can't remember. I'll have a look for you, unless it's an adult one you're specifically looking for. Although, you know, you can do the kids ones. Oh, thank you. You're so lovely. Got to share the love. Yep, I'm enjoying doing my channel, actually. I'd say I've been doing it... I was trying to work out, I think... I mean, I dabbled in it, like, before Christmas last year, and I was putting a few videos up and stuff. And I did put some videos up around Christmas time. But I really properly got into YouTube about 4 months ago. It must be about 4 months ago now, doing, like, regular daily videos. And I'm loving it. Really love it. Nothing personal. Packed my job in all them years back. Had ups and downs, life, marriage, breakup. Nervous breakdown. Good karma looks after me. Buying a motorhome, go where I want. That's really good, actually. So you're one of the travelling group on here. Do you live in your motorhome? Oh, that's a shame you've had so much rubbish. It is horrible when life just sends us some rubbish stuff that we have to deal with. But I'm glad that you've got your motorhome and you can, you know, go anywhere and do anything. The Queen film comes... Yeah, you know what? I thought I was going to miss it because I thought it was already out. And we're going away this weekend and I just thought I was going to end up missing it. Lee says it comes out on the 12th or the 21st, something like that. But I'm serious, Laura. If you want me to come over and stay in Southend for a night, I would love to do that, and we'll go and watch it together, and we can, clearly we can't vlog the film, but we can do like a collab or something, and just do one Saturday, maybe either a Friday night or a Saturday night or something. A lot of people don't know Texas was a country when it became a state. I didn't know that. So it was its own independent country. No, I did not know that. So, is Alaska classed as its own country? Or is it classed as a state? Is that 1,000? That's more. That's 10,000%. Wow, that's a big percentage. Okay, yeah, so we'll message we'll email or something, and we'll organise it. We'll book a weekend. Like I said, I'm away this weekend. But when it comes out, if we pencil in a weekend, and we'll do that. I should have been paid by then as well, which will be helpful because I'm a bit short of money right now. County funding. We get funded by the county for the children we look after. And at the moment, apart from the children I look after school, everybody's funded. So I have to wait months for my money to come through, and I get paid November. Was it paid November? Do you know what? It'll be fine. I'll borrow some money off of Lee until I get paid. You will not buy my tickets. It wasn't the tickets, actually, that I was worried about. I was thinking more about a night in a Premier Inn or something. But I don't think it's going to cost very much if it's just a single room for me. Not bought the motorhome yet. Selling one of my properties, moving on. Sat in a chair every day watching the world pass by. It's not healthy. No, you're right. It's really not healthy. You need to get out. And you know what? I've said to Lee, when the kids are older and completely self-sufficient, so we're looking at probably another 5 years or so until we can have a bit more freedom. I would like us to buy a small camper motorhome type thing, and he can use it for work every day, because otherwise I would use it for work, but I need a 7-seater for my job. But he could use it for work every day, and then we can just go out and do stuff. There's a travel-in. Oh, okay, I've not stayed in a travel-in. Okay, yeah, we'll try that. Hello, HW100. How are you this morning? Texas was the only country to become a state. We have special rights because of that. Oh, okay, cool. So what sort of special rights do you have then? I'm really interested in kind of life elsewhere. Tell you what, YouTube has really done that. It's really broadened my eyes. I'm learning where parts are in America. I was rubbish with kind of understanding where things are. But since watching regularly a couple of channels that are based in America, I'm really getting an idea of where states are. Where are you? No, have you told me this, HW100? Have you told me where you're based? Are you UK or are you somewhere else? Yeah, I mean, I've always preferred geography to history. My mum's always liked history, and I mean, I like history, but I prefer geography. Southeast UK, southeast. Oh, okay, I'm southeast too. Well, central southeast. It depends. We're kind of, because we're Oxford area, so southeast, we're classed as southeast for some things, and then we're classed as central, and yeah, well, I think we're in a little bit of no man's land where we are. Surrey. Oh, okay, yeah, so you're probably like me. Sometimes you're southeast, sometimes you're central. So yeah, you're about an hour away from us. I had a friend that moved to Surrey. And actually somebody who I used to go to school with lives in Surrey. Haven't been to Surrey for a long time. I get as far as Henley. That's about as far as I go, and then I stop. But it's nice out there. You want to move from Surrey. Where would you like to go? Have you grown up in Surrey? See, I can't imagine living anywhere else but here. But to say that, I think the reason is because of the schooling for my boys, because we have the school that my boys are at, it has an autism base. So they've been great with, Brendan was in the base, so they were great with Brendan, and they've been great with him through his A-levels as well, even though he's not technically in the base anymore, he's mainstream. And they've been great with supporting Kenzie. They seem to have quite a good knowledge of how to help children on the spectrum. So I wouldn't want to move while the children are going through their education. And all my family's here. And I actually spoke to my sister, or my sister-in-law, and she was like, so the thing is, none of us are moving away because we all want to stay close together. And it's true. I can't imagine not having my family just sort of not very far from me. Oh, thank you, Laura. I didn't know you could do that. That's very clever. Are we going to get bombarded by people to come and say hello? You want to sell up and move north to leave some money. That's the thing. The houses are so much cheaper. Did you see my video that I did yesterday in Oxford? At the end of that video, I crossed over the road while I was waiting for the park and ride bus. And I crossed over to the estate agents and I filmed some of the house prices for central Oxford. And there was a 2-bedroom apartment for 395,000 in the town centre. It's crazy money. I mean, that would buy me a 5-bedroom house in Scotland. It's just absolutely crazy. I mean, we're in a little 2-bed here and it's about £300,000. Yeah, my friend's actually just sold. She lives the sort of nearer Oxford than me, and she has just sold her 4-bed Victorian house for 400 and something, I think it is, and she's just moving to Lincoln in a few weeks, and they've bought a 5-bed house and land for 300, I think it was 300,000. Who have we got here? Sadon Aksar. Hello, Sadon. How are you? I'm probably saying your name wrong, so I shall apologise. I'm rubbish at pronouncing things. Old Boy 1690. Come to Yorkshire. Hello, Old Boy 1690. How are you? Yeah, Yorkshire's stunning. It's stunning. The Yorkshire Dales are just beautiful. Texas flag is the only state flag that can fly in the same height as the US flag. Oh, I didn't realise there was a height thing with flags. We can break into 5 states and have a majority in Congress. Okay. And we have the right to become an independent country if you want to. Oh, right. Okay. So you can go back to having your own country status if you want to. Where in Yorkshire? Yeah, you see, Yorkshire's a big place. I think anywhere in Yorkshire is beautiful. It is grim up north. Yeah. The thing is, the further up north you go, the colder, the wetter, the windier it gets. I've got family in Manchester. And, you know, I mean, I think sometimes down here we have a lot of rain in Oxfordshire. But to be honest, the rain and the heavy snow and everything that they get up in Manchester, and then the further you go, you know, you're just getting further away from the equator, really, aren't you? So, yeah, we're quite lucky. We're kind of being in the middle, but... well, yeah, in the middle of England, but not the middle of the UK. Means that we get warmer weather, I think. You're in Yorkshire. It's a flat bit, though. Super flat. No hills. I couldn't live with no hills. I love having my Chiltern Hills around me. Oh, really? As expensive as this area? I mean, I'm not surprised. It's stunning. But if you lived... are we still talking the same sort of price? I mean, Surrey must have similar house prices to Oxford because you're London, you know, you're near London as well. It's all that commuter belt, isn't it? Essex girl. Yes, Laura, you're an awesome Essex girl. I did pronounce it correctly. Thank you. Good. I'm glad I did because I'm rubbish with pronunciations of names that I'm not familiar with. Okay, Monchichi, it's really nice having you here. Thank you for coming to say hi. Go and get some sleep. 5 in the morning. Yes, I think you definitely deserve a lay-in. Lindsay Benison. Good point, though, being in northeast of Scotland. We get the Northern Lights. Oh, see, yeah, you do get the Northern Lights. Is that enough for the dark and cold, though? I'm not sure I could trade it. Maybe to go and see. I mean, do you see the Northern Lights regularly? Or is it like a one-off? You need some educational advice. Your grandson who's 6 struggles with reading and writing. Trying to help him practice words, but he has no interest. It's difficult to keep his attention. Any ideas? Yes, I do. Okay, so First of all, he's a boy, and I don't want to go stereotyping, but you need to get him doing physical things for learning his words. So if he's practicing, I imagine he's practicing his sight words at the moment. So the and, it, oh no, 6. That's probably past some sight words. But whatever words he's learning, chalk them on the patio or something outside and get him, like, shout it out and see if he can beat you to the word. There's loads of, if you go on places like Pinterest, there's loads of activities you can do with children that are more physical learning for him. So with the things like the reading and the writing, you want to get him outside, maybe writing in wood chip, like in the bark and stuff at your local park. Get a big stick and write it. Chalking on the patio, get a wet paintbrush on the patio. Using a pop gun or something. Put the words up on the wall on little sticky notes, and then use a pop gun we've got a foam ball pop gun, and see if he can shoot the right word, and then he gets points for every time he shoots the right word. So you call out a word and he has to shoot it. There's loads and loads of fun ways you can get kinesthetic learners, boys in particular, to learn their words and learn their reading. Getting that way, yeah, it is pricey. It's super cheap. It must be one of the cheapest places in the UK. Hull postcode, yeah, that will make it cheaper. Some of the guys actually, Chris, on here were up doing a video because Dave Bertolini, who's One Man and His Whippet, I don't know if you've watched his channel at all. He has a charity up there called Cat Zero, and they have their Cat Zero yacht up in Hull. Well, he's based in Hull. So a lot of them were sailing last weekend. I don't wear white stilettos. Not that sort of Essex girl. I have to say, when we did come over your way, Laura, the other last month, whenever it was, there was some interestingly dressed people going, for the middle of the day. It was a little bit OTT. You're in a village, but it's a hilly near Wakey. Oh, you're a Wakefield guy. I used to date a guy in Wakefield. Yeah, it's nice up there. It is hilly. I enjoyed going to Wakefield, actually. How's the camper coming on Mange 2? Spent the dark months. Oh, so you get to see them all the time. Oh, but I don't know. That might tip it then. I really like the idea of seeing the Northern Lights. Sitting in a dark, cold car, waiting in the conditions. If the conditions are there, you just need to have patience. Okay, February and March, nearly every week. Wow. Liv, you'll get bored. That is true, actually. I think you stop seeing the beauty around you. I mean, we've got the Chiltern Hills running behind us, and I'm just so used to seeing them, I don't think about it. Build is slow, progress at the moment, but getting there. Check out One Man in His Whip. Yes, definitely go and check him out. I mean, he's like a bit of an action man. He goes all over the place doing all sorts of things. You're very welcome, Monge 2. It would be great if you wanted to. Well, I don't know if you're allowed to video your grandson, but yeah, if you fancy it. What I'll do actually is I might do that this afternoon with some of the younger ones, and I'll do a video of it and then I'll put it up, because I've got who's coming back? I've got a 4 or 5-year-old coming back, but it'll be the same sort of thing. I'll set up the words for him, and then you can see some of the ideas that we have for making it a bit more interesting and exciting for him. What are the good and bad parts of Hull? Yeah, there's a dodgy end, isn't there? How's little Charlie? He is adorable. Isn't he just adorable? He's fine. He had a bit of a cold last week, which is a bit worrying for Charlie because of his conditions. His breathing tubes can become restricted. So if it gets too hot or it gets cold and he gets a cold, it can cause him some problems, and he ends up on nebulizers and stuff. But I tell you what, that boy is just the happiest, bubbliest, most outgoing boy I have ever met. I tell you what, he just makes my day. No, I think he's okay. He has just had a few colds recently, but they've all had colds. I just worry for him because I know it can affect him sort of worse than the others. Yeah, he's just adorable, that boy. He is my ray of sunshine. I mean, you can't not enjoy your day when you're with Charlie. Right, we're coming up for an hour. I think I might actually, now you guys have woken me up, find something constructive to do. I've got some blogging to do. If anyone wants to go and check out my written blog and my website, it's under construction, because I had an old Blogspot blog and I'm trying very hard to move everything over to my my website, my domain name. It's www.wormseyeview1.co.uk. So if anyone wants to go and check out my blog, it is not like my family vlogging type thing. It is more about childcare, getting ideas for play activities and the learning benefits from different experiences and play activities. So if that's of interest to any of you, or you think that there is anyone who might find it interesting, then please share it. That's wormseyeview1.co.uk. I should really go and write some posts for it. That would be good. Whilst it's quiet. And go and put the washing on as well. I didn't want to actually put the washing machine on whilst I was doing a live feed, because it sounds like a tornado or a helicopter taking off. Oh, I've got 4 thumbs ups. I do like my thumbs ups. Thank you, people. Much appreciated. Oh, 5. Got another one. You're so lovely. That was a Facebook message just came through. Sorry, people. I didn't realise I got my volume up. Oh, 6. Oh, you guys are so kind. Right, well, I'm going to head off and go and get some housey stuff done and make myself a fresh cup of tea, I think. And I shall see you all. Well, I shall be putting videos up every day, as I always do. But I shall see you all at my next live feed sometime, probably in the week, next week maybe. I'm trying to do more live feeds, even if they're just diddy ones, short ones. Rightio, lovely people. Enjoy the rest of your Monday. Thanks for coming to chat to me.